I'm having issues. I have issues with can't concentrate on anything. What is that disease called? ADD? Possibly. But I got some new toys, so I was playing with them on top of stuff I've already played on and semi, in quotes, I do a lot of things in quotes these days, improving it. Um, I don't know, but it all needs, I like it. I like things better when they dry naturally. So it all needs to dry. My entire room is covered, the floor is covered with stuff that I painted. And I love, love, love painting on a magazine paper page, not because it's porous or the right weight or whatever, but because when everything's dry, it all crinkles. And I love the crinkle, love it. But I did discover a new thought process painting on this construction paper. You know how people paint a lot on top of a red or an orange or a pink hue color? This, I know why, because this makes this glow. It really makes this glow. And using this a stubby lady using a stubby paintbrush is my new favorite thing. New favorite thing. But I'm really just in truly, I do have a lot of angst because there's ideas floating all over the place right now in my head. And I need to just get out some of my, just like Gunnar, when he runs around with his rope in his mouth and growls and wants us to play tug of war. That's exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. And everything got a little blue and green on it this morning. If you're standing still in my room, you have blue and green on you right now. But anyhow, oh, the water, this paper. I love this paper. Love this paper. Have I said that already? Love this paper. And what it allows things underneath it to get wet. I highly recommend you put it on something that you don't care if it gets transferred to. It transfers to and from. And I love it. Love it. I might have to get another roll, except that I still have this roll. But I have learned not to put the pages on top of each other, because then everything you did on the top page goes to the bottom page also. Sometimes it's okay, but today I didn't want all that. I wanted whatever might be there and or on the drop paper underneath to come through, join, migrate to, whatever. Anyhow, having so much fun. I have a question for y'all. How does one curb a creative mind? I know people have scolded me for not calling myself an artist. I'm really not an artist. And I'm okay with that, truly. I'm a creator, but I don't think I'm an artist. However, when you see stuff everywhere and your mind is going 1,000 miles an hour, how do you stop that? Because I want to paint everything to make it look like this. I want to figure out why my paint is getting condensation. But I think after talking with my husband, because I've been setting that container on the ground, this container. And I mean, you can see it's wet on the inside. And I mean, really wet. I threw a container of paint away because it had mold in it. And I don't want these to get moldy, because no artist has mold in their artwork, and not yet. And it could be a statement on climate change. See, that's where my mind goes. I was up again at 4 o'clock this morning. I went to Walmart at 5:55. And well, for many good reasons. I was not alone by any means, because at 6 o'clock when I got to Walmart and it opened, it was 78 degrees and the humidity is off the charts. I looked on my phone, it said 83% at 6 o'clock in the morning. My husband took the dog out last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, because sometimes Gunnar does that. And he said it was so hot already, or still, or whatever. The deer, we have not seen any deer for 2 days, because after I saw the other one, what is today? Tuesday. I saw it Sunday evening, not night, but evening. And it's been so hot. I think they're just hiding in ground that is shaded, that is still slightly cool. Anyhow, my mind is going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm not sleeping through. I mean, I am sleeping from like 10 to 3. So that's 5 hours. I need at least 9.5 or because remember, I'm a delicate flower, and I've always required a lot of sleep. Is that habit? I don't know. But even as a little girl, I was the first one to go to sleep. And one of the first ones up, I read the whole book of Roots. We had a wall heater. We didn't have central heat and air in California, in Northern California, just across the Golden Gate Bridge. We didn't need it, but we had heat in the morning that we would turn on, but it had a pilot light, so it was gas. And I would sit on the floor in front of the pilot light with a bowl of Cheerios, because that's the only cereal my mom would let us eat, and read the book, the whole book of Roots in the 70s. And I can distinctly remember myself. And I had to go feed the horse. We had a horse that was across the street behind, and a pasture across the street. And our neighbors had a couple of pastures, and we had kept it up there. But we had to go up a hill. So I had to go feed that stupid horse with oats, a pail of oats. I rode the horse one time. She took off on me. That was the last time I rode. First and last. I was not a horse person. But my sister and my dad were. So that's fine. I would tuck my nightgown in a pair of pants, put on a long coat. It was dark always because it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I would walk like 2 houses down and up a hill, feed the stupid horse oats, come back down, take my coat off, take my shoes off, take my pants off so that my nightgown was long, get a bowl of cereal, and read Roots. I think I did that. It took me an entire summer to read that book. This was probably in the 4th or 5th grade. And where am I going with all this? I don't know. I have forgotten every train of thought in the last, because my mind is jumbled. All my filing cabinet drawers are open, and there's no room in any of them. I came across 2 more ideas for a journal. I'm like, okay, I just need to sit and meditate. My meditation form is a painting on something, but I got a new paintbrush. Falling in Art. This is a 2-inch one. I've seen people with these short stubby things. I'm like, what can you do with that? But then in honor of that also, I got something else. Shoot, I've lost it. Oh, here it is. I got a long-handled one. This one is 18 inches long. It's a product of Canada, made in China. Good. I gave Canada some money. It's 1.5 wide. It's got all these nasty bristles, which I want because of the texture. I haven't used this one yet. But I remember as a kid, and I could have attached a dowel to any of these, which I still might do. I found a couple dowels the other day. Anyhow, it gives you less control. Not that my stuff is always controlled by any means, but I like even less. So I'm working on the deer, but I need a background. And I wrote a couple things down. I've been watching a documentary on William Morris, which has spurred all kinds of things in my head. And some more stuff that I learned about him has spurred more things in my head. I'm like, okay, finish one project, finish a sentence, start another sentence after the completion of the first sentence. My mantra for right now. But I have the next 18 journals lined up. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's just like that. But I'm going to continue with this journal. Just because it's grounding me. I love the idea of it. It's going to lead into the next journal, possibly. Actually, it could lead into the next journal somehow, some way. But my mind. So we haven't seen any deer in the last 2 days. But again, I think they're all just kind of waiting out the heat. This has a tiny bit of a little lip here. I think I'm just going to cover it up. All right, I got all this open paint here. I painted all this paper, but none of it's dry. I cannot wait to see what the x-ray table, it's not x-ray table, it's hospital table paper. Like when they make you sit on the table to do an exam, EKG, whatever, and they pull that paper down. That's supposed to be what this paper is. But, oh dear, did I just get paint on my tennis shoe? Y'all get paint on your tennis shoes ever? Okay. I'm telling you. It's just. All right, this is the top paper. We're going with it. This looks like an emerald ring, doesn't it? Hello. Hello. Okay. Which one do I like the best? Oh, this would go perfectly with him. This is an Audubon picture, not mine. We don't have ivy quite that. Well, I don't know if he's in ivy or not. So I hope my little buddies are out there staying cool. What was that? That was a weird noise. I heard a weird noise last night. It sounded like a woman crying. Oh! I haven't told you. I didn't mean to scare y'all. I want to cover up that washi tape. I want something behind it. I saw my ghost again. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in things I can't explain. I believe they're there. But I don't know if I believe in ghosts. But I have seen this ghost several times. And the other morning, it, she, him, her, I don't know, had a basket in its hand. And it was going out the window, because it just filters through the glass, with 2 art supplies of mine. This was not a dream. I did not drink. I'm like, where are you going with my art supplies? And I ran and got my coffee out of the refrigerator, and because that's where my coffee is, and my home brew, and ran back to the bedroom. I'm like, my art supplies are missing. Nothing's missing here. So I don't know where. Maybe she manufactured her own. He, she, I don't know. But I distinctly just saw the faint filter. It's kind of like organza fabric, just something very light and airy and see-through-ish. And I only see part of the I guess I'm seeing part of the body of the ghost. I only see like half a shape. Maybe it is only half a shape. But she went through the window and she had a basket. That I could see. She had a basket and it had art supplies in it. And I don't even know what they were. I just remember saying to myself, she's got my art supplies. And then I came back. I'm like, what the heck was that? And it's not dreaming. Because I was up. I was going to the refrigerator to get my coffee. Because I make it at night. And then just stick it in the refrigerator to let it blend with the cream. Or the coffee needs to blend with the cream that's in there. I'm putting this down here because mainly I want that washi tape covered. It doesn't match what I'm doing. But she took my art supplies. He, she, her, them. There's only one. I'm assuming it's the same one over and over again. But she must have known I cleaned a little bit in here. Now she could find what she wanted. It was crazy. I told my husband, he goes, Gunner, what's happening to her? I said, don't answer that question. But with all the good in the world, if I can focus on, all the bad in the world, there is good. But all the bad right now in the United States, I can focus on whoever is taking my art supplies and filtering themselves out the window. That's good for me. Okay, now where's that? Yeah. What is the prompt? I don't even know. This one was bags. Forest. Oh, okay. That looks like a forest, right? And I don't even have to use the prompts if I don't want to. But I do, again, like the green that's from this one, bouncing off the green that was from a couple days ago, bouncing off what could be tomorrow. Glue stick. When I was at Walmart, I get my coffee supplies at Walmart because they have them there. They have school supplies already out. There was ladies restocking some stuff, and I was like, already? She goes, already. I'm like, good Lord. She said, no kidding. What did I say? This was forest. Forests are disappearing around here. I'm just going to put disappearing forest. And hopefully I spell it right. Disappearing forest and home. Now, I want to do something right here, but I don't know what to do. I really liked cutting out these shapes. And this thing. Not a thing. Image. I wonder if I could cut out something out of here. What it would look like. I may or may not use it. There's a little bit of green in it. Oh, I do like that. Could that be a tree? Certainly. Do I want to dry a tree? Do I need to draw a tree? No. It's a ghost tree. I might draw another one. Very lightly, Neocolor 2s. Oh, I like that. Ooh, that gives me kind of goosebumps. Now this is all kinds of glue paper. I wonder if I can pull this off so it's not quite, ooh, that's pretty. Not quite as thick. Okay. I have my Van Gogh t-shirt on. Some lady in the produce department said, I like your shirt. I'm like, thank you. Gaynor Pally gave me the idea. If Gaynor has it, I have to have it. I believe that's called influencing. I like it kind of covering this up. Oh, Lord, did I time this again so the husband's getting in the shower with the barking dog? Perhaps. All right, there's a little bit of yellow. Well, there's a lot of yellow, but I'm going to try to just put a tiny bit over here. Maybe up in here too. Do these triangles have to happen? I don't know. But they say they are artistic. I don't know. I love that one. I'm just going to leave it. Do I want to get it wet just a smidge? Will that be going too far? I'm going to try to dry off my brush as much as possible. Oh, that's pretty. Can y'all see that? Sometimes I do this stuff and I wonder if it even picks up. Huh, I may not have even been in camera. Ooh, that's pretty. Just barely there. It looks darker in the camera, believe it or not. What's tomorrow? Oh, you know what? Did we already do free forest? No, that was bags. Because tomorrow is freedom. That's this one. I don't even know. I don't think I can do that. I'm just going to skip it. I really am. And I'm going to leave that whole page. This one has a teeny tiny accordion though. I'm going to leave that entire back and front. Okay, tomorrow, the day after that is stripes. We can make stripes. Okay. I just don't think I can approach it and have artistic. There goes the dog. Sorry. Artistic and flow right now. I really wish this wasn't quite as strong. Kind of rubbing it. That's one good thing with a Neo color too. You can kind of manipulate it for a little bit once it's wet. Look at me. Not even 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of rubbing it into the paper. I wonder. Paper can't handle it. I just rubbed some of the paper off. Okay. It's just regular copy paper, I think. We shall stop. I love that. So I think I'm going to paint some more here. I'm watching a documentary from the San Francisco Art Institute or something like that. Very interesting. And that will be my freedom. That will be my ode to freedom. I'm loving this. I really did get stuck over the weekend. I got very stuck and I was very frustrated. But I'm back. I think this one blew me out of the water. I was like, I can't top that. But I think I'm good. I think I'm good. And I'm liking how this all unfolds in all these places. This is my practice of a practice of a practice for possibly a ledger journal. I don't think I can cut that paper though. I don't know how I would do it. I know how I'll do it. I'm going to photocopy it and make my own because I would love to make a ledger journal that looks like this. Actually, I think I'll do that. But I have to photocopy it. And I will say it's photocopied. It's Dean Wakely's. You want to see it? In all its glory. It's gorgeous. I know some of you have already bought it. Or it was available on Ranger's site when I got it like 2 weeks ago. I mean, but it is just stunning. I don't know what there is about this. And I would probably only photocopy like 3 or 4 pages and repeat them. And I'm not going to make it this big. And I won't have that thick of a paper. But I mean, see how the ink came through on this ledger paper to this side, and that came through on their printing. Love it. Love it. This is just gorgeous. And this paper, whoever's journal this was in 1924, had almost a homemade quality to it. You can see grain in it some. In Pennsylvania. See here? How you could see some of the, unless they were a little messy like me. But unless I was Dina Wakely and had like unlimited supplies of these, I'm not going to ever use this one. I'm going to photocopy it. I know. It is gorgeous. Because these sold out the first print. This is the second printing of them, according to her. Reproduction of an authentic 1920s hardware store ledger. I would love to find one of these in an antique store, but they are few and far between anymore because everybody's looking for them. Oh. All those times that I dreaded going to antique stores when I was a kid, I'm kicking myself. Like, do we have to go in again? Girls, hand behind your back. That's what we were told when we were kids. Girls, hands behind your back. And we did. even to the point where I almost fainted one time because I was claustrophobic a little bit as a kid. Still am. Or if I get hot and haven't had enough to eat and circumstances are just right, I can go down. I do have a 1.5-second notice. And that's, I told my mom, I'm going to faint. My mom said, not in an antique store, you're not. Jim, get her out of here. Poor. No wonder I'm like I am. My childhood was traumatized. Not really. I don't even know where we were. We were somewhere on vacation. I was a teenager, though. A young teenager. Okay, stop talking. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll try to get some of my spastic ADD artistic issues out of my system today and be normal tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.